Fit Lush here. We need like a slogan, I think.
We'll work on that.
Anyways, so how's it going?
Good.
Do we want to update on each other's Thanksgiving or no? Do you guys want to hear about our Thanksgiving? It wasn't monumental. I cooked everything except for the turkey.
I cooked quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
And not the turkey. Yeah. But I got to do a lot of the cleanup. But it was good. I mean, I've been eating a lot, which is nice. Yeah. I mean, there wasn't anything.
It was just, I felt like it was
nice.
gonna be more than it was, but it wasn't. It was like Thanksgiving went and came and it was like done, and now I literally chucked every pumpkin in sight that I could find in my house that was decoration.
Do you have a lot of leftovers?
No, because it was like I just made dinner or lunch for me, Daniel, my dad, my brother, and Liam.
Okay.
So it was like really small this year, so there wasn't much leftovers. I like made them omelets with leftover veggies the next morning.
We have so much leftover food.
You could like feed a family.
Like
feed us.
I even gave some to Daniel to take home, and he eats a lot. And he's still working on his leftovers. We have leftovers from his mom's. And then I have all the leftovers at my place. Like there's still probably like
there's never leftover pie though.
Like there's leftover pumpkin pie, there's leftover brownies.
Dang.
There's still a little bit of mashed potatoes. And there's a whole giant thing. I don't know how big the turkey that my brother made was, but it was so good. It was like he cooked it so well. It was like moist and juicy, and he cooked it with like pineapple and peppers and
little gourmet chef.
Yeah, it was good. It was his first time making it.
We ordered ours.
There's like I'm not kidding you, at least like 10 pounds left of turkey.
How big was your turkey?
It was fucking huge. It was like.
Did the whole clan come over, or was it?
Yeah, the whole clan.
The whole clan.
Well, it was just my brother's family, and then Daniel came over, and then my family.
The whole clan.
The whole clan.
The whole clan consists of your brother's family.
Yeah,
there's
essentially.
There's a lot of cute kids.
There were 4
Ours was small, so it was nice. Like it wasn't, and I got to do what I wanted, which was just make everything with the real ingredients. I didn't focus on making it a paleo Thanksgiving or whatever. It was literally just the real ingredients. So the mashed potatoes had butter in them.
Your one meal and move on.
Well, the thing is that my takeaway from this Thanksgiving, because I feel like it evolves every year, was that I didn't think of it with the mindset of I'm going to go gorge myself. Literally, I made my plate with the things that mattered to me. Like I wanted turkey and I wanted roasted veggies. I made a huge kale salad to keep me full so that like, you know, while people are still eating, I had like my mouth was busy talking and
That's why I have guavas.
Yeah.
They keep my mouth busy.
Yeah, exactly like that. So it was just, it was a good, I didn't wake up heavier. I didn't wake up feeling gross or bad. It just was any other meal.
Nice.
So it was good Thanksgiving.
Very good. I gorged a little bit, but not like in a like, oh my god, I'm gonna go nuts, but in that I made this ham that was really good, and the turkey was so amazing, and I just wanted to keep eating it. So I did.
And you did. And you woke up the next day and were like,
and I went hiking, and it was great because nobody else was there because everybody else had so much food that they were probably still sleeping.
And they were Black Friday shopping.
Oh, that makes more sense.
But did you have anyone like push food on you this year? Like that's always a huge thing, is the like
no
food.
You know what, with Daniel's family it's different because they don't know me very well. With my family they never do. I think at this point they've kind of learned.
My family doesn't say anything. They're like, oh, she won't eat that. They don't even bother.
Well, and my family doesn't really get offended, like my immediate family, and they see me eat other
so
things,
they know.
And they know how much I eat, and so if anything they're just like, dude, I can't believe you ate more than me. But for the most part, it's just like they know I don't eat generally like desserts. So they'll still offer me some, but they don't push it on me. But with Daniel's family, it's a little different because they're not really aware of the reasons for why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And they're Russian, and I feel like
do they eat a lot?
They have,
or do like what?
I feel like I eat
dietary?
so much more than them.
What kind of food do they eat?
I mean, for Thanksgiving it was very traditional.
Okay.
Yeah, so there was turkey. There was his mom made an amazing cranberry sauce.
Oh.
Like I've never had homemade cranberry sauce.
It's the best.
Really
you
good.
Can't like forget the can.
Yeah.
Like just ditch the can and make it. It takes like 2 seconds.
It's so good. And she made this really delicious beet salad, and it sounds disgusting. Like everything that there's like it's a layered beet salad, and it has beets and mayonnaise and pickles and cheese and it just sounds
But it works?
An egg, but it tastes so good. It tastes like a potato salad almost.
Okay.
But it's made with beets.
I don't know. I'm down to try anything. Like, I'm not.
No, like all their food is delicious. Yeah. But I mean, when they have certain dishes, they're not traditional. Like his grandma literally asked me. She's like, well, why not? Why can't you have any? But she didn't say it in a like, yeah, she was actually genuinely curious. Like, oh, why
So how
not?
did you handle it? Like, what did you tell her?
Oh, I just told her that I had made a religious promise. And she understood.
Yeah. How do you say no from that? Like, you know, from grandma's standpoint, how do you, like, put someone down after they say,
yeah.
That's like me and ham. Like, my family doesn't eat ham, and then Daniel's family does. So, once I establish, like, I don't eat it for religious reasons, the conversation does not come up ever again. Like,
yeah, because they get it.
Yeah. I guess that's a good way.
But
blame it on religion.
Well, for me, I mean...
kind of was.
You know a little bit of the backstory. Yeah. I'll tell you guys eventually someday.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just that one thing. But in general, when people try to force me to eat something...
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm actually a very angry person. So
You have no problem telling them.
I'll just be angry back. And be like, because I don't want to. I don't want to eat that.
I think that's a good approach, though, because you have people that want to push and it's usually their own issue. Like, a lot of it, when you make a dish and, like, someone tells you they can't eat it or they won't eat it, I mean, I would be offended, too. Yeah. Like, I understand that, so it's good if you go in the mindset of, like, no, I don't want to eat it, just straightforward. So I guess that's a good, like, tactic to push... to, like, seize the pusher.
Genuinely, when I use that tactic is when somebody's being... When they're pushing it beyond what's normal. So if somebody asks me, hey, do you want this? Mm-hmm. And I say, no, thank you. And then they continue to push it. And, well, why not? And just this once. Yeah. And how come? And, well, you should relax a little. Like, that's when I get
the whole
defensive.
YOLO thing.
And I'm like, well, I don't want your fucking whatever it is.
So that's, like, your second line of defense. Yeah. So I think for
But I wish I wasn't like that.
I think it's good, though. I think to have that confidence to, like, know your limits is, like, a thing that will help get you through the entire situation. If you can, you know, say, hey, I just don't eat it, but it's hard because you have someone's feelings that's on the line, but they've already offended you, so you're not thinking, I don't want to offend them. For me, I go at it where, like, let's say Aunt Susan, I don't have an Aunt Susan, but she's like, why can't you eat my... you know, pecan pie with whatever. I'm okay with saying, like my first line is, like, to thank them, to, like, appreciate that they, you know, made this. Like, that might be, like, their, you know, recipe for life. Like, I don't know. So I thank them, and I, like, get excited about it. I ask them for the recipe, and then I hope that, like, seizes it right then and there. Like, I hope they don't, like, start cutting me a piece. Yeah. And then if they're like, oh, do you want to try it right now? I say, like, not right now. I think that, like, not right now gives everybody time to, like, you know, it tells Aunt Susan she will eventually try it, and it gives me that time to, like, now avoid it later on. Yeah. If it's something I don't want to have. So, like, using the line, not right now, really helps. And then, like you say, just straight up there, I don't want it.
I think what I've done sometimes in the past too is I'll either, if it's something that maybe I don't want to try because I'm just trying to watch what I eat, I might, if it's something that's still within my meal plan, I'll say, okay, well, let me have a little bit. And I'll try it. Mm-hmm. Or if they're really pushing it and I know I definitely don't want to try it because it has something that I don't want to eat, then I'll tell them, well, I'll just take some to go because I'm really full right now.
That's really good. You can't, like, you know...
It really depends on the person because I mean, I'm not a complete jerk. Like, when people are polite and they're just genuinely, like Sarah said, like, they're just excited for you to try this dish that they've spent all this time preparing, then that's one thing. That's just them being excited about food. But it's different, I feel, and you can tell when it's somebody that's just almost, like, offended that you won't try their food and they take it as a personal offense. Like, you're telling them, hey, your diet plan sucks and I don't even want to eat your food.
Yeah. I don't eat what you just made for my own reason.
And like, so then
it's not good enough.
They push it on you and they insist and they get really defensive about it. And I get it. I mean, people are very protective and
Food is like the new religion in a sense.
Yeah.
Like when you don't like
Eat something.
When you don't eat something, it's like, why not? Like it makes, like, you just kind of think about the other person, like the food pusher. It's in that moment you're kind of like you're defining what their diet is, and in your
you're like basically saying their diet is bad,
sucks, and
you
that's
don't want to
big,
eat it.
and that's kind of like, you kind of have to think about them and what it's gonna do in that situation for how they feel about themselves.
Yeah.
But I mean, you are number one. If it's something that you don't want, because who knows, you might have a piece of that pie and then you can't stop and spiral, and that sucks. And was it worth it when you literally could have just said, no, not right now, maybe later, can I have
That's
it to
so
go?
true. Like how messed up is it that you're trying really hard to stay on track, and just because you want to please this one jerk that wants you to eat their pie so they don't feel bad about themselves, you end up like spiraling for like a week or two, or maybe 3 years, who knows.
Yeah,
and it's just not you know, it I don't think it's fair.
It's not fair, and it's going into your mouth. And I think when you can recognize that decision
is yours
and you take ownership of it, and then if you want to try it and it's not in your plan for that day, go ahead, but you need to make that choice of like, I'm gonna say yes or I'm gonna say no, but don't let that other person.
I think what really helps with that is when you walk into one of those situations like Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever holiday dinner, just knowing what your boundaries are. And I know it sounds really regimented and maybe a little like strict, but if you have a goal in mind, then you probably want to go into something with a game plan. And your game plan might be like, okay, well, I'm going to say yes to my grandma's pie because I know she makes this every year and it's the one time that I get to try it. But I know I'm going to say no to all these other things.
Have your limits, know your limits, and be confident in saying not right now, or take it to go, or no.
Or get the fuck out of my face.
Or that. That's cute.
That's some GTFO.
GTFO. If I had a grandma that was like, they'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Don't say that to your grandmas.
No.
Maybe,
or to anyone.
Maybe Aunt Susan. But anyways.
Thank God you don't have an Aunt Susan.
I know. Maybe.
Neither do I.
No, you wouldn't. Garcias don't have Susans.
Nope. We have Susanas.
Susana. Okay, so don't.
Susies?
You don't need to say GTF whatever to your Aunt Susan, Susanna, whatever.
Susie.
Okay, bye. We're done.
Bye.
Bye.